Well, I thought I'd try something here. The daughter got some sweet corn from a patron at the convenience store where she works. She got a dozen ears. I cut it up. I already husked it. I did a lot of the prep work already. I kind of thought after the fact that hey, maybe I should videotape this. But so anyways, I husked it. I pulled all the hair off. I rinsed it, pulled some more off. Got the water here boiling, as you can see. I also have, for prep work, let me show you what I've done here. So, a good thing to do is to fill a big pot up with water, get it boiling while you're husking the corn. It will save you time because this much water takes a long time to heat up to start boiling. So, I've got myself a bowl with ice in it. Hopefully the camera will adjust to that. Once you put the corn into the pot in boiling water, you want it to be in there for about 6 minutes. Once the 6 minutes is up, pull the corn, drop it in the ice. You want to get the corn to cool down as fast as you can so it's not cooking internally. And then once that's done, I'm going to drop it into into the sink with some water while I work through the process. So you want to put it in here for about 5 minutes and then move it. And then while I'm doing that, I will put another set of corn in here. And after I get it from here, I'm going to move it over here onto this towel and let it dry, because you need it to dry out before you can put it in the freezer. Basically, what I'm doing is what you can go buy in the store, and mine come out of a garden. So, and just to make this kind of cruisy, I thought, you know what could I do to add some cruise to this? I added a carnival towel, and yes, I bought this towel. It was bought from the store before we got on the ship. It came with a beach bag and a towel and some hats. So there, that's what I have. I'm gonna start the process here, so just give me a second while I get this camera set up. All right. Here we go. We're going to blanch some corn today. So, drop this in here for this boiling water for 6 minutes. Using these tongs so I don't burn myself. Like I said, the biggest thing about blanching corn is to make sure that you cool it down. We need to keep it in this boiling water for 6 minutes while it heats up. And of course, anytime you add something cold to boiling water, you're going to have to let the water reheat back up. So, because you want it boiling as, I've got my iPad sitting over here. Just using it as a timer. Not sure if you can see it. Sort of. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Well, like I said, I've got ice water over here to cool this down. As soon as I drop it in there to stop the heating process from internal, because you're heating this corn up in boiling water so that the whole corn itself, from the inside all the way to the outside, is warm. And have you ever cooked a steak and they take the steak off, or anytime you cook anything, you take it out, it's still hot enough that it's cooking internally. And so to stop that process, I need to cool it down. And like I said, I'm going to stick it in this ice water. And then from the ice water, I've got the sink full of some cold water too. And I'm just going to let it sit in there, and we'll move to the next process. But I had a dozen ears of corn here. I husked them this morning, and I thought to myself, man, I should have showed this process of doing this. If you go to the store, you buy frozen corn, it's the same thing that they do. They're doing the same process. It's just you can do it at home. There's no reason to buy corn. I mean, you got to buy the corn, but the daughter, luckily, she got this for free. And instead of letting it go to waste, because if you just let it sit there and you let it in the husk, it's gonna mold. So the best thing to do is just to blanch it. And I'm gonna put this in freezer bags, vacuum sealed bags, and put them in the freezer. And we'll have them throughout the summer here and even into the winter. I'm not sure if we'll get any more corn, but if we do, we'll do this process again. We're down to about 2 minutes left on the timer. We just move these around, make sure that they're getting turned so the top of the stuff sitting on the top, because corn floats, doesn't sink to the bottom. But we need to make sure that all sides of that corn just is all the little niblets are into the water. So we want to kind of turn the corn around a little bit. I know this ain't cruise related, vacation related, but I just thought it would be something to do. It's a Sunday. Got the corn the other day, and I need to do something with it. Like I said, so it doesn't spoil. Let me see if I can show you. So there it is. All right, we're down to 13. We're at the countdown stages here. So I'm going to move my ice bowl over here. We're going to pull these out as I make a bunch of noise. So, just want to drop these right in the ice. Yeah, be careful. Water's hot. So, let me move this over here. Like I got more corn than I have room, but it'll be all right. And well, the water's still boiling really good, so we don't have to wait any time here. We will drop these in here. The next load. Start the timer. That will let them sit in the ice a little bit extra long, which we want anyways. Like I said, we need them to cool down. I'll rinse out my bowl. So I'm going to use this bowl to put my corn in as I move it around the room. But yeah, like I said, you need to cool it down, and you need to cool it down fast as possible. For those that don't know, when you put ice and water and mix them together, and the ice, ice freezes at 32 degrees. When you add water to even a glass of ice, if you were to stick a thermometer in there, that water would read 32 degrees. So I'm basically taking this from 212 degree boiling water and saturating it in ice water and 32 degree water, and so it's that, you know, that shock, that fast cooling to get the heat out of this corn, so that then once like I said, once I cool this down for the 6 minutes, I'm going to drop it into the water here, which is cold too. It's not 32 degrees cold, but it's cold. I'm just let it sit there while I work through the process here. Like I said, we only got enough to do two blanchings, and I cut the corn in half just for the fact that it's going to help me when I go to freezer prepare it. I don't have to deal with the corn being hot or anything. I already cut it in half. I did all the prep. Like I said, I did a lot of prep work before I got to this point. But having it already cut, it makes it a lot easier in the ending part of this process. Something I want to say, not sure if, everyone wonders, how the corn's going to taste. You go buy an ear of corn in the store, and you always wonder, what it's going to be like. Everyone looks at it, but to be honest, the best way to tell if that corn is any good is to taste it. I mean, corn doesn't need to be cooked. All you're doing is heating it up. There's nothing in there. You're cooking. There's not a cooking process. You're heating it up just to make it warm when you go to eat it. So there's nothing wrong with just tasting the corn. I mean, when I go to a farmer's market, or I go to a farmer that's selling corn, a good farmer will let you taste it. A lot of times they'll just let you have an ear. They ain't out nothing. Just take a taste of it. It's the best thing. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to go to Minnesota here in another week, and hopefully I can go to where I like to go buy sweet corn back home. And if I can, I'll bring you along, so you can see where show you a place where they grow corn to sell. So hopefully. This is almost done. We've got 20 seconds here. I'm going to pull this corn out of this bowl and place it into the sink. Timer went off. Let's grab this corn out of here. Kind of the only reason I'm kind of trying to drip some of this water off, because the water's hot. And I'm trying to keep this water cold, and so every little bit of extra water I get dripped off of the corn on the cob will help that water stay a little bit colder. That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to put this in here. Let me shut off my stove. Or wait, reason to waste that energy. I'm not going to use it anymore. Drop my ice in there. I'm going to take this corn out of the sink here when this is done, and I'm going to move this around the room and get rid of this water here. I always like to get rid of my dirty dishes and kind of keep them moving through the kitchen. If you let them sit, they get hard, makes it harder to clean. If you cooking something, you're done with it, rinse it out. You'll find that it's a lot easier to clean when it comes time to clean that bowl. Just rinse it out, get all the residues off of it. Kind of thinking here. What I ought to do? I ought to make sure just take a taste. Just take a taste. Salt. I know I ain't got no butter, but it's already cold. Yeah, it's still warm in the middle. So, like I said, it needs to sit there. Oh yeah, that's some good corn. Know if anybody has ever been in the Carnival Steakhouse. Anybody's ever recognized this? Wife liked it so much, she asked me if I could see if I could find it. And, you know, sure enough I could. Found it on Amazon. Anybody interested, I will definitely let you know the brand and where to find it. And I'll tell you this, it was not cheap, but it is a nice, really like it. It's a nice salt and pepper shaker. But if you've eaten at the steakhouse at Carnival, you've seen it. You've used it. Gotta kind of keep this cruise related somehow. We're getting down there. We go down to 40 seconds left here. Let me grab my bowl. I'm gonna pull the ones out of the sink, put them in here, drop these into the sink. So here we go. We're gonna get this process started. Now comes the drying process of this. You want to kind of get some of the moisture to dry out of it. Move this bowl. I'll bring you over there in a minute. Let me drop these into here. Actually, I could probably just pour the whole bowl into here. All right. Now we'll let them sit there. They don't need to sit there for any length of time. All the timing was in here. The only reason I let them sit in the first set in that water for another 6 minutes was because of the process of going through and just letting them cool down, just to give them some more time to cool. But these are cold. The corn's already, you could feel that it's cold. The one that I ate was just a tad bit warm on the inside. It wasn't like hot. So it was cooling down pretty well. All right, let me move you to the other part of the process over here in the island. Yep, there it is. Another cruise related item. Before anybody says anything, yep, I bought that. Bought that on one of our Carnival cruises that we went on. I want to say I either bought that on our very first cruise or I bought that on our second cruise that we went on. This part of the process here is just drying. So we're just going to set these out on a towel. We just want air to get around them. We want the towel to kind of help soak up some of the moisture that's on the outside of them. And yeah, they're cold. And we'll just let these sit here and cool off. Just checking the see how these feel. They feel cold. So I'm gonna pull these out of the sink. Bring them over to dry off. So we'll let these dry off here and we'll come back. So the magic of video. It's been some time. I flipped them around. They should be dry by now. Yeah, they are just fine. So, next part of this process is to package them. I'm going to turn them around. And underneath here, yes, we have vacuum packaging machine. So in here we have vacuum sealable bags. And now you got to make a decision. How many do you want in a bag? You know, how many ears are going to be eaten at one time? You know, how many will fit in the bag? How are you going to place them in the bag? All kinds of decisions. Just decisions. So next thing is this machine has a way to cut the bag. So get the length that you want. Slide the knife across. So we're going to place 4 ears of corn. Well, 4 cut ears, which is actually about 2 total ears. Oh, how nice. A little visitor. So, you place these in here. You want to make sure that the part that has the vacuum is inside the vacuum chamber. Press the button. Sucks all the air out. It'll help keep these from freezer burning. And that's one of the reasons too you want to get the moisture out of them as much as, you know, so they dry, because you want that out of there so that they don't freezer burn as bad as they're going to if they were wet. So, light went out. There you go. We've got sealed corn. So we need to, let's see. I'm going to put 4 in each. So we've got, here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have one. I guess, you know, I might have to eat another piece of corn because it's just not going to work out right. But here we go. Let me show you this process again. Seal the end of the bag first. Makes it way easier. Unlock it. We know that this size works, so we need to make a bag approximately the same length. Set this back over here. And we will load up 4 more. So there you go. Let me bring you closer so I can show you what I'm doing here. Close up personal. So here we go. Went outside this morning. I think a fly followed me back in the house. So right now I'm sealing the end of the bag. Seals it right there. Now I need to, like I said, want to keep the bags probably about the same size. That way I know they work. There's a cutter right here. There's a blade on the bottom. Just press down, slide it across, cuts the bag. Let me slide this down so you can see. Now I'm going to grab me 4 ears of corn. Now, there's a spot right, whoops. It catches the water, by the way. Any water that's still in there. So this is the little chamber that where the vacuum is drawn from. You slide, the end of the bag needs to be in to that part of it. So we need to make a bag approximately the same size as what we have. These things are kind of nice. They have marking on the side. So here we have a 1, 2, 3. So basically there's 4 of those lines. So if you basically go 1, 2, 3, there's a line here. So there's 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 lines. That should be long enough. We cut it. This bag should approximately be the same size, approximately. Now we need to grab ourselves 4 more ears. We use this a lot. A lot of times we'll buy extra hamburger, extra meat, you know, go to Sam's Club or whatever, and we will repackage our meat for future use, especially when it's just me and the wife here. With the when we have other people here, you know, you usually don't need to package extra meat away, but so press. I always press, this has a little bit of moisture, so I press the moisture button. That helps with controlling on how this pulls a vacuum. Press the vacuum and seal. As you can see, it pulls all the air out of the bag. It's sealing now, the red light come on. And when that red light goes out, it's done sealing. Open it up. You got a sealed package of corn. So, it looks like, I'm gonna have to look in the cupboard, because I know we have some more, but we're not gonna get another roll of corn on there. We'll save this for something maybe smaller, but we're not gonna get another package out of it, so bear with me, be right back. Well, it looks like I'm out of the longer rolls. I have to use the smaller rolls. We'll just have to redo our thought process, but as you can see, they make 2 different lengths in this. That was 11-inch. Not sure what the other size is, but it don't matter. So here we go. Open this up, just drop it in, put it underneath the cutter. Start off our process, seal. So now we're going to have to lay these in here a different way. So we're going to use this for an example. So we're going to put the corn in the bag the opposite direction. So we need to make sure the bag's long enough. So roll in there, right? Hopefully I cut this long enough. It's always a challenge making the bag big enough but not wasting the material, because you know this stuff ain't cheap. Yeah, I might have a problem here. This looks like I didn't cut it long enough. I was afraid of that. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. We'll see. You got it, like I said, if you don't get it in that vacuum chamber, it will not pull a vacuum. Let's see what it does. See, there's what I'm talking about. We'll just stop the process. It's just not long enough. It needs to get into that chamber. So we know that this bag isn't going to work. But like I said, we can save it. We ain't gonna waste it. We'll just save it for some other product. But we need to make it just a little longer. So let's go there. Again, should seal it before you remove it. We'll give it a seal. So, pull this corner out. Yeah, I swear half the battle sometimes is trying to figure out how long to make that bag. So, there we go, that's better. So, as you can see, make sure it's in the chamber. The vacuum chamber. The sealing head is this black strip right here. It has a heating element in it. There's a rubber mount that presses down on the other side. I will say with this machine, we have used it for quite a few years now. The biggest problem we ever had with it is it does have a heat sensitive temperature controller on the heating element, and to keep you from burning the heating element off, it will not let you seal until that cools back down. So taking your time with this process, you might as well, because it will make you. So here we are. We got the buttons changed. We're going to pull a vacuum. But anyways, there's our process. Let me do one more for you so you can see. And I will seal the end of the bag. Open it. We need approximately 5 of those lines within the 1, 2, 3. There's 4. You can't see them because I can barely see them. There's 5. Slice it. Grab us 4 ears of corn. Made this bag too long. I'm gonna eat this one. It's gonna be the one I'll eat. It's just missing some ear kernels that didn't develop when it was growing, so no reason to put it in a bag. Just might as well eat it. All right. So. That made the bag too long. I messed. Oh, there's 6. I see it. I count. Like I said, they're hard to see. We will. All right. Go away. We're going to lift. I'm gonna lift you up this time so you can see what's going on. So hit the button. Lights on, it's sealing. There we go. Nice and sealed. Looks good. They give you a nice spot on here to write the date, which I will do. I will put the date on there. So we've got July 22. Might want to put the year 2018, just in case they get lost in the freezer. So I'll do that to all these, but that doesn't, let's see, so I cut these in two. So this is 2 ears of corn. We have, this is 2 ears of corn, 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 and 2 ears of corn. So that's a dozen ears of corn. I ate half of one. There's another half left, so we got 13 ears of corn. I will date all these and put them in the freezer. And when you need them, you can either. And these bags are kind of nice because you can actually just throw these right into a boiling hot water and heat the corn up and not even take it out of this package if you don't want. That's purely up to you. It works. That's one thing really nice about these bags too. So, heated this up in the microwave. Just wrap a towel around it. Heat it up. Get me some butter out of the fridge. A little butter on it. Oh, it will stand up. That is. I'll put some butter on it. Put some butter on it. Oh yeah. So here we are. Got me a couple skewers for corn. Place one on each side. Slide them in there. Get that buttered up. Little pepper, not a lot. Just a little. I like a little pepper. Some salt. There you go. Oh yeah. That is some good corn. Man. Can't beat that. Oh. Yes, I did. I cleaned up. Got everything back where it belongs. So. All I got left to do is put that towel back upstairs in the cabinet. Didn't use it, just had it as a prop so we know it's clean. Well, so as you can see, it wasn't that hard to do. It's pretty easy. Just go to the farmer's market and get yourself some corn. You know, get it, blanch it, freeze it. You'll have it for the winter. You know, it should last you, you know, a good 6 months, you know, in the freezer, if not longer. I mean, there's really nothing there to spoil. You're freezing it, you're blanching it, and you should have corn. There's no reason to go buy it, you know, buy already processed corn when you can do it yourself at home. You know what's in it? There's nothing. It's corn. They didn't add anything to it. They didn't blanch it in salt water. They didn't do anything to help it last longer. It's blanched in water. You froze it. You know what was done to it. It's healthier for you because you know exactly what's been done with that corn. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like and subscribe. And I want to thank everybody for watching. Bye.